A man from Colorado in the United States has created a series of artworks using his computer and an artificial intelligence program. One of his works has won first place at the Colorado State Fair and it has been sold for 1,100 Australian dollars. The sale has drawn a lot of criticism from around the art world.
No one, as far as I know, has won a contest using artificial intelligence generated artwork.
Jason Allen is the artist behind the piece called Space Opera Theater.
When you can watch your imagination appear on the screen, there's something really special about that. I have a vivid imagination.
With his imagination and an AI art tool called Midjourney, he wrote out his vision using prompts.
It's creative writing. It's a form of artistry. I use really colorful, artistic-like words like elegant, opulent, lavish.
But as the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and his artwork receiving thousands of comments on social media calling the win unfair.
I know I didn't break any rules.
We haven't seen anything in our show requirements that prohibits.
What is going on? I'm Dave Tier, intellectual property attorney, and hey, sometimes I look at these things that I come across my desk and like, I feel like we're living in a twilight zone. And we're gonna get more into this story. You hear the guy Jason, I think his name was what? Jason Allen, where he won a contest. This was actually a couple years ago, and this was a video that came out. I'm not sure what $1,100 Australian dollars is, what that the equivalent US dollar is, but this was a video that came out a couple years ago when the guy, he actually won the art show in Colorado for his AI generated art piece. And again, it was an uproar. People were saying he cheated and this and that and this and that. And it's going to take this story is going to take a not necessarily a turn for the worse, but it's definitely going to take a turn where we are going to look at this most recent publication or article that had came out that says he's now complaining that people are stealing his work and making money off of it. And therefore, since he can't get a copyright, he can't make money off of it. So now he's crying and saying that people are stealing his work. But I thought it was interesting before we get to that article that we're going to read and go through. I thought it was important to actually play that video, the video from 2 years ago, where he, again, won the Colorado Art Show contest with an AI generated, his AI generated piece of artwork. And again, they actually, I think, changed the rules of the art show as a result of his piece, because nobody had ever entered an AI generated piece into an actual, at least this particular art show. And which obviously, I mean, it gets a dope piece, but again, it's not a human author. It's an AI generated author. So he was actually the reason why they actually changed the rules to that particular art show or art contest in Colorado to say, hey, you can't enter in AI generated pieces. But again, I guess the crazy thing for me is, in what world you hear him talking about, hey, my piece was creative. I had to enter in all these inputs as far as the lighting and the elegance and things like that. In what world are we so far off that we're thinking that you entering in what colors you want to use, what I guess level you want to use, what I guess lighting that you want the AI platform or program to use in creating this piece, that we really think that that's the same thing as an artist, not only choosing these things, but also actually being able to put that paintbrush to the paper and kind of create an artwork. Come on, man. We can't be that far out of touch with reality to think that somebody entering these inputs in some type of AI generated tool for the tool to create the artwork is the same as an artist actually creating these things, creating this masterpiece from their own just artistic ability. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just kind of I'm just different in that light. But the whole importance of this and why this deals with intellectual property, again, I am an intellectual property dealing with everything from copyrights, trademarks, patents, and trade secrets, is the fact that you cannot get copyright protection on an AI generated piece of art. Why is that? The courts have already established that because this art, it has to be an original work of human authorship, that's human authorship that's fixed in a tangible medium. And the fact that this AI generated art is not from a human authorship, even though the human is entering in these inputs, the fact that it's not a human that's generating an actual piece of art, you cannot get a copyright and protect your art. Therefore, again, the whole point of IP and the copyright and getting it protected to be able to exclude others or stop others from making it or selling it and recreating it. So the fact that this guy, again, we're going to read the article where the tables have turned and now he's actually crying. And he was just actually saying, hey, well, no, I didn't cheat. I didn't break any rules. And yeah, I had to do all these artistic inputs that I had to put into this AI platform or AI tool to kind of create this artwork. He was just saying that 2 years ago that you just heard in a video. Now all of a sudden he's crying wolf, that not crying wolf, but he's crying that people are kind of stealing his artistic artwork and selling it, and now he can't make a lot of money from it. So again, you got to know these things once you get off into this whole intellectual property, this IP game of, okay, can I protect it? Just because you can't protect it, that doesn't mean that you can't still sell it and make money off of it. But you better believe that other people, especially if they find out that you're making money off of it, they're probably going to try to make some money off of it too. And the whole point of having that IP is that you can stop them from actually making money off of it or from selling it, from recreating it. Whereas to the extent that you don't have any IP protection, in this case, copyright protection, you can't do anything but, as we'll see here, cry about it. So let me pull up this article. We're going to go through it really quickly. We may not even go through the whole thing, but I just want to show you how the tides have turned. So a famous AI artist says he's losing millions of dollars from people stealing his work. So just think about that. This guy is saying that, and I'm not sure how true that particular artwork, again, it's a nice art piece of art. I will say that, but he's losing millions. That may be a little bit of a stretch in my opinion. But let's go through the article. So much consternation spread throughout the artistic community 2 years ago when Jason Allen, which I, again, just show you the video from 2 years ago, submitted an AI-generated painting to a Colorado digital art competition and won. Critics claimed that Allen had cheated, but the prize winner didn't have much sympathy for his detractors. I'm not going to apologize for it, Allen said. This is Allen right here. You just saw him in a video saying he didn't cheat. He doesn't have any remorse. He's saying here he's not going to apologize for it. Allen said, I won and I didn't break any rules. I guess that's fair because they didn't have any rules that at that point in time that you couldn't use AI-generated artwork. But again, it seems like they changed it since he's won it. He also didn't seem to care much for the complaint that AI companies like Midjourney, I think that's the platform, the AI platform to use, Midjourney, were poised to destroy the art market. This isn't going to stop, Allen told New York Times. Art is dead, dude. It's over. AI won. Humans lost. What do you think? This is what he was saying a couple years ago when he won, talking about, hey, art is dead, art is lost, AI won. All of a sudden, he's crying. So again, I think those words are pretty interesting, given what we're about to read here. So now, in an ironic twist, Allen is upset that his work, which was created via a platform that's been accused of ripping off countless copyrighted works, cannot itself be copyrighted, and thus is getting ripped off. In much of last year, the U.S. Copyright Office ruled that the work derived from AI platforms contained no human authorship and therefore cannot be extended copyright protections. Allen has been trying since late 2022 to register his painting as a copyrighted work. I just told y'all that it has to be human authorship. If you create a work, whether it's, I actually had a guy who was telling me the other day, hey man, you can just write a book and use AI. You can write that book and use AI, but you can't get a copyright on that. So you can write a book, you can sell it. And again, you may make some money, but when people find out that you're making money off of it, you better believe that they're going to start selling that book as well. And if you use AI to create it, you can't get a copyright on it, and therefore you can't go after these people. So again, I know we all want to we love AI, and I think AI is a very useful tool to make our jobs in our daily lives easier. You have to understand the pros and cons of it, especially when dealing with this intellectual property and kind of using it in business to try to kind of create a product that you can sell. Yeah, you can create that product and sell it if you want to, but you're not going to be able to get it protected. And as a result of not being able to get protected from an intellectual property standpoint, you can't stop others from using that same piece of artwork, whether it's a book, whether it's a movie, whether it's a artistic work or a painting or whatever, a drawing. You cannot get copyright protection on that. So again, You need to understand that before you start using AI to create these artistic works so that you can sell them. So last week, Allen filed an appeal in federal court in Colorado. So it seems like he lost in district court, federal district court. Now he's filing his case in the federal appeals court, arguing that the U.S. Copyright Office was wrong to deny copyright registration to his work, dubbed the theater, opera. I mean, again, it's a pretty sweet art. This is the artistic work. This is the painting that was created using AI. And I think it's a pretty dope painting. Allen's primary concern is that he's not making enough money from the work. It all comes down to the money. I've experienced price erosion in the sense that there is a perceived lower value of my work, which has impacted my ability to charge industry standard licensing fees. He told the radio show, it seems like, in Colorado. And he's right. Again, you can't protect it. If you can't protect it, why would I pay you anything, much less what you want, when I can just reproduce it for nothing and sell it? Because you can't sue me. Okay, here we go. Allen also claims that people are stealing his work, which I just said, which is funny since the people behind the AI tools he used to create the work have been accused of the exact same thing. The Copyright Office refusal to register Allen's work has put him in a terrible position with no recourse against others who are blatantly and repeatedly stealing his work without essentially compensation or credit. Again, you have to know what you're getting yourself into when you're using these AI platforms to create these artistic works that you think you're going to be able to get a copyright on it. He's going to find out the hard way. He's probably going to be out a lot of money. And yeah, I guess he's going to learn his lesson the hard way. There have been instances where people outright have ripped off my work, incorporated the entire piece into a new piece. Allen complained to the news. So he's doing a whole lot of complaining now. There are people who have literally posted my work for sale in print or as crypto and are telling to sell it on OpenSea or Etsy. Midjourney, which Allen used to produce his digital work, is currently being sued by a group of artists who claim that their work was used to train the algorithm to help create. Okay, so it seems like everybody is getting in a lawsuit. Allen's lawyer recently claimed that Allen had worked hard. Man, listen to this paragraph. This is a crazy paragraph to say, but I guess I get it. You're a lawyer, you have to advocate zealously for your client, and so you're going to put anything you can as arguments when you're filing these lawsuits or appealing these lawsuits. But check this out. Allen's lawyer recently claimed that Allen had worked hard on his digital illustration. In our case, Jason had an extensive dialogue with the AI tool to create his work, and we listed him as an author. This is the attorney talking. Allen claims that after producing the initial image from Midjourney, he also spent time editing it with Photoshop as well as another tool, Gigapixel AI. Again, I'm not familiar with these AI tools, but you have to let me know. And I'm interested in hearing from you in the comment section. How long do you think this guy Allen took to produce his AI generated work? We all know an artist can take days, it could take months, heck, it could take years to kind of produce a masterpiece. How long do you think this guy Allen spent producing his AI generated work that he's talking about? He had to go back and forth with the platform. He had to edit it in Photoshop as well as other AI tools. How long do you think? It's almost like a slap in the face to real artists out there who creating stuff from scratch, who are creating masterpieces from scratch, for a guy to say, hey, I spent a lot of time talking back and forth with this AI platform to actually create this AI generated image. That's crazy. At least in my opinion, but you guys may differ. Let me know in the comment section. So reading through the arguments in the case summary provided by the Copyright Review Board reveals a number of very entertaining claims made by Allen. And I do think these claims are entertaining. For instance, after the Copyright Office ruled that content created by Midjourney, which again is an AI platform, could it be copyrighted, Allen shot back, arguing that the office ignored the essential element of human creativity. How are you saying something that's created by a human when an AI platform created it, required you to create work using Midjourney programming? So this is what Allen is saying. Why is this essential element of human creativity? By that, Allen meant that the court should recognize his creative input into Midjourney, which included entering a series of prompts, adjusting the scene, selecting portions to focus on, and dictating the tone of the image, which he claimed was on par with that expressed by other types of artists incapable of copyright protection. That's crazy. The refusal of the U.S. Copyright Office to recognize human authorship in AI-assisted creations highlights a critical issue in modern intellectual property law. As AI continues to evolve, it is imperative that our legal frameworks adapt to protect the rights of those who harness these technologies for creative expressions. This is the lawyers talking. Got it. So substantial effort. So this is pretty much the author of the article. So shout out to him. he's pretty much saying, dude, give me a break. So what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about it? People don't know, but the actual right for you to own intellectual property is actually in the Constitution. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, go check it out. It's known as the Intellectual Property Clause to promote progress, science of useful arts by essentially securing for a limited time to authors as well as inventors the right to their discoveries, the exclusive right to their discoveries, as well as their writings. That's actually the first time that the word right is mentioned in the U.S. Constitution, which I think is interesting as because it's dealing with intellectual property. But this stuff has roots in the Constitution. So again, it has to be human authorship though. It can't be, okay, you're creating things with this AI. Clearly the framers didn't know that this AI thing was going to be in existence back in the 1700s. But to think that you're going to be able to get, and the courts have already ruled on this, that you cannot get copyright protection on AI generated images. So to the extent that you're looking to create these books and images and artistic works and TV shows and movies using strictly AI, go ahead and do that and make your money, but you're not going to be able to stop others from doing the same. So just understand that and when people are doing it, this guy Allen, man, he looked like unfortunately, he looked like a fool complaining the way he did with some of those arguments that he was crying about and that he made. But again, you have to try something, but it's not going to change the fact that he lost in district court. He's probably most likely going to lose an appeal. So maybe at some point, one day they may have a true artistic class of copyrights, and they may have an AI class of copyrights that gets less protection. It is maybe protected, but it gets less protected than these artistic or creative works that are created truly by humans. Maybe your AI created artistic work maybe has a less level of protection. Maybe they're doing that at some point, but I wouldn't bet on it anytime soon. So, hey, hear me out, hear me loud, and hear me clear. Make sure if you are creating a work and it's AI generated, just understand that you're not going to be able to get copyright protection on it. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know if you're one of the guys who actually copied the work and made money off of it. I think that'd be interesting to know in the comment section. Please hit a like if you like this video and you like this type of content, as well as please hit a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. I'm trying to give you guys not only this entertainment, and I thought this was a heck of an entertaining piece based off just 2 years ago, him saying, stop complaining, I'm not apologizing, AI's here to stay, AI won, humans lost. Now 2 years later, he's crying, talking about he lost millions of dollars. Hey, oh boy, how have the tides turned. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys next time.